Hey, listen, man, it feels good. It feels good. Christmas done and dusted. Family ate well. Everyone ate well, man. We enjoyed ourselves. Boxing Day around the corner, and Liverpool decided to take apart a Leicester team, man. Leicester tried their best to show up, man. I just felt like they had little two moments in the game, and that was it. They had two shots, and that was it. The rest of the game, I remember the commentator even saying, yeah, I think the last time they had a shot was in the first 10 minutes. I said, Rob, we're about the 70 minutes into the game. Now, we played football in one half, man. Big up to everyone locked in, guys, on the way in. Please, please, please smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. Zabiri in the building as well, man. We're here to chop up football. I think that, Pops might be joining as well. And maybe one or two of the copies remind them as well. Let's see what happens, man. Could be a good night. But Zabiri, first and foremost, big up, bro. What are you saying, man?
Yo, big up the man them that's not here, man. Each and every time, you know what I mean? Till they get here, big up the man them still. You know what I mean? Good win, man. I called 3-0. I mean, the one goal you want to pick it apart, that's on you. But overall, I think the game is the game, man. The dominant team walked away with the points. Wasn't easy in some moments, but man, worked it out. You know what I mean? Went through the gears and pulled away, man.
Do you know what? Big up to Mr. Link in the chat. Big up to G as well for locking in. Yeah, it felt so one-sided, and the goal they scored just felt like out of nothing. And that's what we spoke about earlier when I was saying, I just feel like they'll get one of those little goal out of nothing or one of those dodgy little goals, man. But yeah, there was so much a part of that particular goal that I want to dissect. I don't know what your thought was on the goal itself, who you blame, who does the whole defense share a bit of the blame, or is it one person that takes the whole blame for that goal? I feel like a few men shared the load on that one.
Nah, if you're trying to pull other men into it, right? You might as well just blame the entire 11 because you can't just go, all right, this half. Now, all of you see all of you, man, that's on this side of this line. But all of you, man. No, I don't think it's fair.
Nah, but Zabiri, bro, you have to, bro. The man,
you know what? No, you know what it is. And I wouldn't say equal rights and justice for all type of man, but I remember when Virgil did the little scared thing and Sancho bet up the goal in that, bro. You put that next to what happened in that goal, it's a mirror image of what Robbo did. Bro, matter of fact, Robbo started running in the other direction. Robbo was like, I'm a left back. I'm going to go to left back. And the man is standing right there, bro. The man turned off Robbo, fam. He didn't go that far. Robbo ran off, gave the man all the room, and then did some turn your back thing. No, you have to engage the man in the box, bro. You're You're supposed to defend the box. And the last time I see Virgil did that, everyone was back in Milner for roughing him up. The only thing Milner didn't do was spit on him and slap him in his face. Told him off like a little boy. And Robbo do the same thing. We're like, yo, we're just going to blame every man that's on the right-hand side. Nah, I don't feel that's fair. Nah, that's not fair. You know, bro, Robbo was there with him, shoulder to shoulder. How did he get that much space?
I am going to agree. Robbo has to hold some of the blame.
And he was shoulder to shoulder with the man in the box when the man was
strong. I use a strong.
How did he? Nah, how you didn't push him?
Zabiri, let me tell you my scenario. How I
don't think you've seen it. I think you're focused on next one. Bro.
No, I saw that blindfold. Is that what you're saying? Nah, bro. Trent decided, he wanted to run out a right back to go and press a nothing ball. Loses out on it. Jogs back. Gravenberch is covering him. Gravenberch is there. Gravenberch allows the cross to come in. If you see Joey G's positioning as well, his lineage is off the ball. Like, I don't know who is he playing onside, playing offside, whatever he's doing. The ball comes in and Joey goes, let me just let that slide across, thinking Virgil's around there. Robbo's then, oh shit, the man never letting the ball go through. Let me chase my man into the box.
Break down the shoulder to shoulder, separating. The man is going to the right, Robbo is going to the left.
I wish we could play videos on here, bro.
And I'm telling you, when I saw that, because I was with you, I'm like, wait, Graven's covering. Joey did. Why Joey let that pass him? When I saw Robbo run into the left and the man in the ball is going to the right, I'm like, where's Robbo going? Did he think the man was going to open up his body?
No, that's what he did. He chopped it to spin. So Robbo goes, let me spin to block. And then he was like, nah, I just swivel on the spot. He just changed. bro, the man changed direction on the spot and span on the spot, and then, bro, I don't think he could do it again if he tried again. I don't think he can.
Robbo is falling for some schoolboy dribbling, you know.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like,
elite defender, you know. Bro, all Robbo has to do is just hold ground. Hold ground. Why are you trying to predict the future and see what men's...
Nah, because you got some fans like yourself, man.
Clairvoyance is off. Now we need to talk about Robbo's clairvoyance, bro.
Nah, because you man have him on high. You man got him on high alert, bro. He doesn't even want to put a front rug right now.
Ends. I'm telling you right now, bro. Robbo and the man came in shoulder to shoulder. Robbo's job is to stand between goal, ball, and the man.
Right.
Robbo decided, let me predict what man's gonna do and run out the way, bro. All Robbo and the man, bro. I'm telling you, when I seen it, yeah, I didn't want to get too deep into it because I'm like, you know what, I'll let it slide. 3-1, we'll let it slide. But I'm telling you, you said you do one-on-one. Big up to yourself. You know what I'm trying to say with the one-on-ones working on the drills. If you see a defender, a young kid do that, you're gonna look at him and like, what the F are you doing? Where you going, bro? You have to stay between the man and the goal, bro.
I agree, bro. I'm not disagreeing. I agree. I'm just thinking. I'm looking at the cause of the issue from beforehand.
Nah, we can't scale that away. And
no, you know,
can't scale that away. There's 11 men on the pitch.
I'm not trying to scale it away.
You can't tell me 3 mess up. That's what the other man is there.
No, but here's the problem.
Covering the man.
Here's the problem. Because of 3 different scenarios, you left me to fix the job. I'm already on high alert because the man never saying I ain't good enough no more. So I need Trent. I need you. Don't run out of position, bro. If you're running out, make the tackle. Grab. If you're gonna cover, cut the cross out. If you're not gonna cut the cross out, Gomez. Why are we just going? If you see Gomez, like, oh, I think Virgil's there. He's just left it. He's not even in line with the ball as well. I promise you, if he's in line, he clears that first time. If he's in line, Gomez is in line. He clears it. He's slightly too high.
So you're saying we can't count on the left back?
No, I'm just saying, bro.
So we can't. So certain men, we're just not gonna rely on.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue. 9 times out of 10, if it wasn't Robbo, most people say, "Listen, you can't allow man to cross the ball into the box because it's not like."
You notice I'm not even engaging in none of that.
But 9 times out of 10, that's true.
No, I'm not engaging in none of that because that is something on another day that a coach like yourself and other managers will probably look to go. Maybe next time, let's not let that go across the box. You see what I'm trying to say? But as a coach, you also work on when the ball do make it in the box.
No, of course.
Scenarios. There's what happened when it gets in the box and what you do to prevent it from going in the box. You're only tackling one aspect, bro. All right, so yeah, it got in the box.
Okay,
shit happens, right?
Yeah.
What you don't do is move out the way.
But that's what Gomez did. But here's my problem, Zabir. You're right. You can't. Once it goes in the box, we have to defend it. That's fine. But this is why I said I'm sharing the blame out. I didn't say I'm solely. You want to solely blame one man. I'm trying to share.
You're trying to give man 1 scoop of rice, 3 scoop of rice. Yo, you ain't getting no scoop of rice. Like, nah, man. It's.
But that's how it's meant to be, bro. Defensively, that was crazy, bro. Trent ran out. Gravenberch allowed the cross to go in.
Bro, you always said the same
JJ in as well.
In EAFC, bro. EAFC said, as long as you beat your individual battles, big up JJ. As long as you win your individual battles, track your man, we should be fine, right? That's the guy Robbo was tracking. Robbo had man on target, fam. Get to the nitty-gritty, bro. Robbo decides, you know what? Spider sense is tingling. He's going to go to the left.
I don't know, man. I think the whole back line shares the blame for that goal, bro. I can't give it to just Robbo on his ones, bro.
What, you talking about the goal?
Yeah, like on his one.
There's 2 points. There's 2 points.
First of all, you might hear it, man.
First of all, it's Grav's not stopping the cross. Because he's
Trent start from Trent, bro. Trent runs out and mistimes his tackle.
No. It wasn't Trent. It was Jones. But that's fine. What happened was Jones when it was the first pass. So Jones gone and pressed. But that's the way it works. Grav is there to go and cover. Once you're there, basics, because that happens. If you're pressing, you are going to miss. Sometimes you are going to miss the press. But if you're in the right position, Grav's got to stop the cross. That's basics of football. Stop the cross into the box. You always stop the cross. He allows a dead cross to come into the box, right? And obviously he catches everyone off guard because
Can you add Gomez into that as well? Because I know you saw Gomez doing the little let it go.
And no. But I don't think it was the let it go. I think it's everyone's expecting a better cross than that, and it kind of like trickled in behind everyone, right? Robbo is with his man, and he does a 360 spin and allows him to like spin and turn. Sorry, once that ball comes in there, my arm is out here, and I'm not allowing him to turn. If he sets it back and someone rasses it in from outside of the box, that's fine, not my problem at that point. But he's done a 360 turn, allowed him to spin and swivel and put it into the goal. That's Robbo again.
Bro, JJ, thank you for breaking that down, because I'm telling ends, there's patterns in certain play. You can't hold all of those patterns and go, well, who lost the ball up the pitch? You can't say that, bro, because as a coach, you work on these scenarios. Robbo tracked the man in the box beautifully, by the way. He's goal side of the man. He has the man under pressure. The man gets the ball. I don't know where Robbo was going. If you watch that back end, Robbo decided to go in a complete different direction. All he has to do is hold position, give the man no shot, no side at goal, let him do something else. Bro, Robbo did all the work for the man, ran out.
And that's exactly it, Zubiri. You know, if he passes it off and then one of the midfielders doesn't track his runner and he rasses it into the top corner, or he hits it and it gets a deflection, I'm not blaming Robbo for that. That's just like, as a team, we just
would be key. You know what would be key, JJ? We will all look to Robbo and go, great defending, force them back. Oh, great defending.
Exactly. That's the word.
We would have praised them.
We can go there.
Robbo for tracking
do you know what the phrase is there? I guarantee you, yeah. Obviously, I don't know what Ali says, but if this was a British goalkeeper, the British goalkeeper saying, don't let him turn, no turn, no turn, no turn.
Yeah.
And he does a 360, allows them to go and put passes in it. Come on, man.
This remind me of when Milner was roughing up VVD, like I said earlier. VV did the same shit, did not engage Sancho. Robbo did not engage the man. Yo, Drift favorite word. You have to engage the pussy sometime, bro. Robbo run away from it, fam. Bro, in the middle of the box, bro. Man ran away, bro. He has to engage. And he choose not to, bro. How you under the microscope when you're not engaging the target, fam?
Do you know, hopefully Pops come in and share different insight. Pops, what about you, man? Like, apart from the engaging parts we just landed with, whose fault was it, man? Because I know Grobo is getting a whole stick for this one. Whose fault was it?
Big up. Happy holiday, everybody, man. Happy holiday, boy.
Big up, man.
He gambled. Robbo gambled, to be honest. He tried to reach across the body, and that was it. But depends on where you want to start. Because if Trent was at right back where Graver was, you would have said Trent should have closed up the cross. So you'd have been pissing at Trent for not closing up the cross. So to me, Graver should have done more on the cross. Verge got to do more too, because Verge gets beat by the turn as well. When he turns, he beats both of them, and it catches Verge's heel and has enough to get past Ali. It catches Verge's heel and that puts it past Ali. So yes, Robbo got done, but Verge got done too. Unfortunately.
No, but the deflection that can happen in the box. Sorry, man. Once the shot, yeah, 3, 10, like even 5 yards out. At that point, that's what I'm saying. Even if Robbo, kind of shows him off, and he and Ayew just sets it off to a third man runner from midfield, and he hits it and it deflects him. I'm not blaming him for saying, it came off a deflection. Right there.
No, it's not. I just went through all of the phases. So it depends on where you want to point the finger. But Robbo gambles. Robbo's the wrong side, and the gambles trying to win on a turn, and he's never going to win it like that. He's never going to win from the position he was in. That was poor.
Yeah, make sure you gamble responsibly, people, because that was
that
was irresponsible.
Let him know, Zubiri.
No, you saw quick JJ come to the rescue for the centre back committee, bro. Man said, nah, we ain't blaming Verge for this one. Nah, I see you, bro. Man said, throw the left back under the bus, but we ain't blaming none of the centre back. The centre back
leave the big man out, right? Leave the big man out. I see you.
The first one I'm blaming is the DM. Once you got to stop the cross. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where Trent is. At that point, it doesn't matter where Trent is. Once he were in the position, right? If you were to freeze frame it, forget who's where, right? Liverpool's in the right shape. You've got your 2 centre backs. You've got your fullback that's proper narrow, is inside the box on the penalty spot, right? And you've got your someone in the right back position. Grav's got to stop the cross. But what he does,
You
he
know,
kind of
you
like
said it though,
he's
JJ.
expecting
You
him
said
to cut
man.
inside. It's like he's expecting Mavididi to cut inside, and he just taps it in front of him. And then not only that, the cross, it's not like he whipped it. It's not like he's a left-footed player.
It's
He's
not a good
cross
cross.
took them all out, bro. It's a dead slippers cross,
like,
you know.
If you saw that, you could tell, he ain't got a left foot. He ain't got a left foot. He just went, you know what?
That's the swinger.
That's
the swinger.
It's a swinger.
Yo,
It's a swinger.
that's the hope and pray pass, bro. I do that with my left foot all the time, fam. And it always hits target. And I'm like, yeah, I meant to do that still. Yeah, I had no idea, fam.
I think
No pace
Gomez's
behind it as
position-
well, you know.
I think Gomez's position was off as well in that one. He should have faced that up and be in line with the cross, bro. He wasn't. He was behind the cross.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
no, but
he's
what I'm
out,
saying
he's
is,
out too.
Enzo, right? You see, like when it's your stronger foot, right? He's actually in the right position for if it was a good cross, right? The problem is he scuffed it. So when he scuffed it, everyone's momentum's taking them forward. Do you get it? Because no one's expecting. So it's caught everyone off guard. Even Ayew. The reason why he's had to turn and swivel is because it took him off balance. He's had to kind of adjust to the actual poor pass. He's made that assist look good because I guarantee you, every striker's expecting a ball in front of them so they could tap it in, like Curtis Jones is going. We'll get into it, right? The balls come behind him, and he's had to do the kind of, the swivel to get the shot off. So everyone's not expecting. I can't blame Gomez for that. But once Robbo's in the position, boy, do you know what I mean? Gamble responsibly. All
right, say let's talk about obviously our goal then, Cody Gakpo. I'd say JJ's, one of his close brethren, bro. Man cut inside and put one in the top bins and falling over at the same time. How good was Cody today? How good was that goal? Anyone can jump in, take the reins on this one, bro, because he was cold today, man. For me, anyway. But how good was that goal and how good was his performance today?
I'll start in it. I don't think he started with a lot of energy, but I didn't like the first 10 minutes. I didn't like it at all. He put one good cross in, yeah. And apart from that, it was the usual cut inside, trying to put a cross in. It looked like Rashford when he plays for United, when it's just never working. He's cutting inside and he's putting that back post cross in. It was like, what's going on? And he put one in and it was good, but like the 7 after that were just poor. And then he tried to like take man down the line and he ran it off the pit. And it was just like, it looked a bit like, he's working hard, but it's not, he looks sharp, but nothing's really coming off. I think once he got the goal, he turned up in it. He turned up and he started to, it's like he gave him confidence after that. He's coming inside, he's linking up, he's trying to go and be a bit more direct. And I was saying in the chat, I just want, if Cody's cutting in, just shoot, please. It's like Rashford, innit? Just shoot. Don't try this back post, little clip into the box, like every time, because you become predictable. When you're someone like him, it's like a Robin, innit? It's like once you cut inside, just shoot. You got a good shot, anything can happen from there. Deflection might come off but you playing that back post thing to Salah, right? Where Salah's not even the best in the air like that. Do you know what I mean? And they're proper deep. It's like, it doesn't really like compute with me. We already had one man doing it from one side, didn't it? And obviously Trent was actually putting on good crosses. I don't need another one there. Mix it up. Do you know, mix it up. Come inside and then link up. Do a 1-2 and get inside the box and then have a shot. Because a lot of the time he's on the outside. I keep talking about he plays on the outside of the block, and I think it makes him less effective. Once he cuts inside, he's either got to shoot or try to link up and get inside the box. Because if he shoots, he's got a shot on him. Probably one of the best shots in the team. But look, good performance all round, man. Good performance all round.
What about you, Zabir, bro? What are you saying, bro? Cody today.
Nah, man, persistent, man. I hear what Jerry's saying still. And it makes sense. But I think with the setup of Leicester, bro, like that man didn't really come there to play. Like Rude, no, coming at us, they'll probably get 6-7. You know what I mean? So it was like, if we can do something, we'll do it, but we ain't forcing it, and we're not gonna really press them man up the pitch. So they definitely came with some low block, try to catch us on the counter type of mentality. I feel like Gakpo's just going through the gears, man, trying different thing. I don't think it's a surprise that the shot even went off. I think he's really trying to keep the shot in his back pocket and just spam the crosses. So that way, when he do pull the trigger, man's like, rah, he shot it there. So I think that's kind of his game, Jerry. I don't know if you kind of like that setup, but I actually like it. I think it's dope because most of the crosses to Salah do come off. And even he got one assist off of that as well, but further down the pitch. No, I think he's cold, man. I like what he's doing. I like the fact that he's spamming cross. Then the man them start going, yeah, let me just drop off because he's going to kick it back stick. And the minute you give him that space, bro, he leaves one of them rockets, bro. I see man kick one. I didn't see the ball. It got kicked so hard. I mean, it flew high and wide, but bro, he hit that shit so hard, bro. I didn't see it. I didn't see the ball. I'm like, is that a goal? Bro, I couldn't see it, fam. I'm like,
do you know what it is? To kind of caveat what I'm saying, I don't. You see that pass he played to Salah. I don't mind that when there's space in behind because you're playing it into.
Oh, you're complaining against the low block.
But when he's doing it with a low block, there's no space. So Salah's not going to beat Cody in the air. Hence why he's pulling out so wide, and it's like he's having to remember he's left-footed as well, right? So when that cross is coming in, if you don't come with a header or try to shoot with his right foot, he's trying to do it with his left foot, and the ball just is just going to go out that way because the ball's coming in from this way. He's got to kind of adjust his. It just makes it. He's not that player. When Salah does it to Gakpo, Gakpo's going to win it in the air. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying there.
That side is not going to work, and you've got Trent playing it into you. What I would have preferred is if you got the ball there, cut inside like he does, but you got McAllister or Jones there, play it into them, make the run off the ball. Because that run, even if you don't get it, you're making the defense drop deeper.
No, don't you think it's part of that long ball tactic that we used to do? Obviously, it was further back, but so when he does that back stick, it's clearly not, I'm trying to set up Salah every time. Because some of the time it's like, let me just recycle it over there. Salah just needs to roll it back. I'm gonna run back stick. So he knows he's gonna be whipping back stick. So it's almost like, there's no real space. Let me just spray it over there because with 2 touches, it's going to end up at the back stick because you always pass it and run back stick. So I hear what you're saying, though. But for me, it's like as long as he spams him like that, bro, eventually the defense is going to give him that little room, fam. And he's going to hit one of them rockets, bro. And, hey, my God, bro, that man got a foot on him still, bro. Jesus Christ, man.
What about you? What about you, Pops, man? Because Jerry don't want to give him the credit. And said the first 10 minutes. He led with the first 10 minutes, you weren't good. Let's see if he was watching you out the blindfolds, Pops. You're on mute.
I was a little miffed, to be honest, at the beginning too. Because he did have a couple of them when he came inside. But what I did say was, all right, you got your eyes in now, because the one that Zubiri said that he didn't see, I agree. Yeah. That one and that one I said your eyes in. The next one is stop bins, and the next one was stop bins. So, but I also agree because the deep to the back stick means Salah's still cutting it back. It isn't a dead cert shot on target. It's going off the pitch, and he's basically getting to it to knock it back to somebody. My biggest concern in doing that is what's the striker supposed to be doing? Like this a special sort of move for NUNEZ specifically or something? Because don't laugh. I'm struggling with NUNEZ being in the 9 and them not utilizing him. Because as much as everybody's laugh at NUNEZ or make fun of him and blah blah blah, I'm saying, all right, he's in the 9. When you do this, are you looking at him? So when he cuts in, when Gakpo cuts in, rather than shooting and he's drifting it in, is this a set piece where it's supposed to be deep to the back stick to come back across for NUNEZ to attack? Because he can't attack the first one.
But you know why I laugh, Pops?
The problem is, Beijing,
I don't mean to cut across you. Just real quick. The reason why I laugh is Klopp said NUNEZ occupy defenders. And I feel like that's the only thing he's doing in there. No disrespect to him, but that's why I laugh. Because the way you broke it down, bro, what is he supposed to do other than just occupy defenders while them 2 wingers is knocking it back to set up each other?
Yes, like is he included or not?
Nah, it doesn't seem so. Sorry, Jerry. Go ahead, man.
No, but what I was saying with NUNEZ, the problem, this is what I'm saying. We're going back to that cross. It's like if he's playing that pass into NUNEZ, NUNEZ, I think there was actually a cross that he did in a game where he put it back across, right? I think the header came across and he's put it back across goal. NUNEZ is going to do that. When that ball's going into Salah, I'm telling you now, unless he sees someone blindly open or he has to keep it in, he's going for goal. Like that and he tried to it came off his ankle.
But it's nearly impossible. That's the problem, though.
But that's my point. It's coming off on impossible. So unless he's got a guaranteed assist, like, if I just play him here, I'm gonna score. We know what it is. We've seen that cross multiple times. He's just going for goal. He's going for goal. So when that cross is coming in, Gakpo, this is what it is. He's just putting into an area. And I'm not gonna lie, I think we're better than just putting in an area, innit?
I agree. No, I agree with that.
Because what's gonna happen?
Gotta be better than just an area.
Because what I'm saying is you can go and do that, right? But the more you do that, the more you're gonna if it's not working, and I'm talking from a defensive standpoint, we're gonna get confident about, we can deal with this. We know what's gonna come. We know what's going to say. It's going to keep coming. You're not successful. We'll catch you on the counter. And we've seen this happen before because this used to happen with Jurgen Klopp. And it used to happen when the pass would come to Henderson and Henderson puts that first time ball into the back post. You just hit in an area. He's not trying to pick anyone out. You're just putting it in an area. And that's why I'm saying we can be a bit cuter where Gakpo can get it. And I'm not saying that completely stop that cross. But if he does it half of the time and the other half, he cuts inside, tries to do a 1-2 with Jones or McAllister, but makes a run into the box. Not only do I think he'll get more goals, but he stretches the defense because Salah does it all the time. Next time you see Salah get the ball at that wide play and he plays it into Trent, look at the run he makes straight away. He makes that run in behind, and the defense drop off. So it means that there's space for the midfielders or for NUNEZ or to get a strike off. Speaking about NUNEZ, but when it's just coming in, it's like NUNEZ doesn't even know what's going on. He's like, "Where is Salah going to set it back to me? Should I be making my run to the near post? Should I be going to the back post?" Like, do you know what I mean? It's mad for him. It's mad for him right now.
It is.
But look, speak on Cody. He was good. He was good.
Speaking of the next guy, man, Curtis Jones, bro. He grabbed the second. Good, well-worked goal as well, man. The gaffer spoke about it. And I feel like we need to use those overlaps more. Load up for the overlaps, bro. They work. Every time we do it, we score, bro. And I feel like we've kind of gone away from it sometimes, but just wait and load it up, bro. But great cutback from McAllister. Cody there for the tap-in. And he made his 100th appearance in the Premier League as well. Did he say in that press conference at the end, it was Jurgen Klopp that told him they made 100? I swear he said Jurgen. Because the guy said, "Oh, who reminded you?"
Maybe he got a message from Klopp. Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he got a mistake though. Maybe he just done the thing where it's like slot, but he's used to just saying Jurgen, innit? So he's just gonna say Jurgen.
I think he actually got a message. He got a message.
I'm calling it the wrong name and that.
Nah, if man did that, bro, and I'm the gaffer going, bro, I told you. What do you mean the other guy told you? Nah, but how good was he though? How good was Curtis today? Because for me, I felt like he was slightly off up until his goal. He was a bit too safe in that first half in particular. But I felt like he came alive a bit more in the second half. He was putting himself about and he was trying to get into better areas to try and affect the game. But first half, man, it was just simple, too short, safety, little side to side backwards, and that's a part of his game, to be fair to him. But second half, when he makes runs into the box, when he's trying to affect the game and being aggressive from the press, that's the Cody I love. Sorry, the Jones I love. Curtis Jones I love.
So you just done it there, bro. You just done it
there.
I
know. Mentioned the wrong girl's name. Well, what did you, man, make of it, bro? Because as I said, that's what I thought of his game today, man. It wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad. But way better in the second half. Who wants to take the reins on that one? What did you guys make of his performance in the goal?
I think I'll go again. Jones, man. Yeah, no, I feel like he started well. So I think first 5, I think you saw there was a couple chances. I think they just before their goal, he had a couple chances where he got the ball and the keeper's actually done well to get a hand on it. I think when he linked up in the midfield, and I think there we already saw the kind of the patterns that would go and break down Leicester, right? And I think that worked. I think what started to happen is when Trent starts to put balls into the box and when Gakpo was doing the same thing, the midfielders now are kind of, especially in that final third area, I don't think they're as impactful. So because they can't get on it, because the ball's going to Trent, he's whipping it in, right? So, and then the ball's going out to Gakpo and Salah, they're cutting back inside and they're trying to cross it or play it back to Trent and whip it in, or Gakpo's cutting inside and crossing it. So the midfield's not really getting on the ball. I think in terms of just keeping the ball, I think you need a player like that in your team always. You need someone that's just not going to give the ball away. And again, if I don't know, but if we check the stats, he probably didn't give the ball away, innit? I think he just didn't give the ball away. But what it is if we want to get the best out of our midfielders, there needs to be more combinations. And I think, again, as you said, the second goal, that was a well-worked goal because of the combinations. And it alludes to my point on the left-hand side. If Gakpo does that a bit more, we're going to score more goals from that side as well. Because if we combine like that, there's going to be that pullback for the midfielders that are getting in. Because to be honest, McAllister and Jones and even Gravenberch were trying to get into the box. They're getting in and around the box there. But if you're crossing the ball in and they're clearing it, or the ball's going, it's just a yard off, and then Gakpo's getting it out wide and he's recycling it back, he's not recycling it back to the midfielders. He's recycling it back to the centre backs because they're really high. So the midfielders become kind of just there to kind of stop the counter, really. So it was a difficult kind of game in terms of like Jones. But I feel like when you got the fact that you got the goal, again, it's just, we praise Salah for this, innit? He didn't have a good game, but you got a goal. And ultimately, it was the game winner, innit? I know we got the third goal, but that's the goal that won us the game. So we kind of got to give him credit because he got into the box. And if he weren't in that position, he wouldn't have scored. But it weren't the best performance of him, I would say. But I'm confused. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know why he's... There's a couple... with Slot, I'm a bit confused. I don't know why... We'll speak about it. I don't know why Diaz didn't start. And I don't know why Soboslai didn't start.
You asked about in terms of him giving the ball away, 92% possession, pass completion. So he only misplaced 3 passes today. Like Curtis, he looks after the ball well, man. He don't give it away. And then the only other standout stat apart from the goal was his ground duels, 3 out of 5. So he put himself about, but not as much as you'd like him to in terms of being inside the box. But you're right, in terms of, because we kept crossing the ball, that nullifies the midfielders. We need to work on those combinations because when we do it, we look good. What about you, Zabiri and Pops? What did you guys make of his performance?
Yeah, I'll bring the mood down, bro. So watching the game, yeah, obviously I understand from the TV, I can see things that the player themselves probably can't see. But on the other spectrum of that, players are seeing things that I can't see. And when they pull that off, I'm like, yo, I didn't even see that. So watching it, bro, I feel like looking after the ball is one thing. But you know what I'm about to say, bro? It closed down. It allowed the team to get back into position, bro. So Curtis ain't really taking any risky pass. So yeah, that 92 passing accuracy shit, yeah, that's great for his personal stat. But what it does for the team is, bro, you're not taking any risk. You're not taking any risk. I know we don't trying to do this end-to-end, knock it around real quick, bro, but Curtis don't really fit into that, bro. I feel like man's not really scanning to see what's really on. Like every time he gets the ball, no shade, every time he gets the ball outside the box, bro, man has no awareness of where his players are. He has to take 2-3 touches. No. Jerry, what I'm about to say to you.
No wingman, Zabiri.
No. What I'm about to say to you, watch the way he plays in the next game. And I'm not telling you he does it every moment in the game because there are moments you're like, oh, nah, that's nice. But this, he looks after the ball well thing, bro, it only bodes well for him. There's always a play or a pass on. And he's holding
that's a Klopp thing. That's a Klopp thing. Do you know why I say that?
No, but it's not a Klopp thing. What I'm trying to say is, bro, that's a Jones thing. I've always had that against him. That's why I always say, yo.
But that's a Liverpool. What I'm saying is that's a Klopp thing because you see, if you went and saw, for example, right, when when you go and see the City players, and obviously they're not playing well right now, or you go and look, for example, Arsenal when they're bossing it like that, right? You've got a couple players that play the risky pass. The other man there are the ones to keep the ball, because the worst thing you want, right, is what Slot speaks about, where it's the end-to-end thing, where Trent, as an example, on the flip side, mad risky with his passing. Probably he's got about 75%, I can guess, and Ent can have a look. Between 75 and 78%, maybe even less, right? And he's the one that goes and plays the risky pass. You can't have him trying to play a risky pass. You can't have even McAllister. McAllister gets it and just knocks it off. But you need someone that's going to go and keep it, because what that does, that unsettles the team. Because if you've got a repeated pattern of man just give the ball, right? All of a sudden, it's easy to go and know what man are going to go and do. Hence why Gini Wijnaldum, when we had him, right, Klopp needed a player like that. Because
so let me ask you this question, though. Let me ask you this question. What you're saying, I'm not debating what you're saying, because you're arguing the same point in the positive. In the negative, holding on to the ball too long allows spaces to get closed down. That is Curtis' only criticism.
No.
Holding on to the ball long.
100%
but that is from him looking after it, Jerry. You know that protective mom.
Yeah, but
holding the baby.
100%. But the problem you've got, right, in the position that he's playing, especially like when it rotates, right, when he's coming deeper to go and get the ball, right, or McAllister's going in beyond, and there's a couple times where he's one of the deepest, man. He might be on the left-hand side because he pulled off to the left, but he's one of the deeper players. He's going to go and do that role, because Slot he spoke about it multiple times, where he doesn't like the fact that there might be a 5-yard pass on that you can go and play. That's quite risky, maybe like that 60% risk, but it's not going to advance the team up far. right? So you're better off keeping the ball and waiting for that opportunity to come. And what I'm saying is that mentality, and I get it, stems from when we played on the clock. Because on the clock, it was like, boom, find the risky pass, play the forward pass first time. If the forward pass is there, you spray that pass out there. The problem you have though is if you've got the ball and a manager don't want to go and do that and you don't want to be as risky, you end up having games like what Trent's had in the past under slot, right? Where he's giving the ball away. And what's the percentage ends? I know you checked that.
Oh, so which one?
For Trent.
Trent.
I didn't even check Trent's one. I was checking.
I thought he had a good game, but that's the flip side.
Jerry,
you need a player in there that's going to do that. But I hear what you're saying, though. I hear what you're saying in terms of.
But I'll give it to you because he's the only
87%, to be fair to Trent.
A good game for him then. Really, really good game.
But Jerry, your point is he's the one in there that's doing that. So, because Savage had this argument with me where we're debating range of pass, right? I see Elliott comes on and he can ping a 30-yard pass to Gakpo. Jones can't hit that pass. We have to bring Elliott off the bench for him to hit that pass. So man got no range of passing because he's looking at the ball. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a mom that don't want the kid to go past the front step. Nah, let little man run down the block, man.
I hear that. But the thing I disagree with, right?
The ball, bro.
No, but the thing I disagree with, right? McAllister will play that pass. Gakpo will play that pass. Trent will play that pass. Virgil will play that pass. Right? Gravenberch might even play that pass. Who's the one going to go and keep it ticking? Because I'm telling you, when you had Barca as an example, right? You might have Iniesta that runs with the ball and gets higher. You got Javi that might go and spray out pass and spray that pass. You might have even Messi that drops in and plays a pass like that, right? But Busquets, he's just playing 30, 40-yard passes. By the way, not comparing the players, but I'm saying Gini Wijnaldum is a great example. You can't have a player you can't have everyone in the team that's going and trying to keep that pass because ultimately you're giving away the ball. And if the manager doesn't want the game to be end to end, you need someone that's going to go and keep it, that's going to dictate it. Because when you allow the player to go and do that, you get games like what Jones had against England, for England, when people are saying, oh my God, he's bossed it. And Walker's saying, oh my God, he dictated the tempo of the game because he's deciding when to go and play the forward pass. It's not about spreading a long ball. That long ball, 9 times out of 10, is going to get misplaced. And again, I say, if you've done it in a Guardiola setup, in a Klopp setup, Klopp might want it. Guardiola's not going to want that. He wants that short pass because it entices the players. So I'm saying it's about having a balance. Again, I don't want every midfielder playing it short and keeping it sweet. And again, I don't think it was Jones's best game. But you can't have every midfielder that's like that. Everyone's being risky. Because if he's being risky, his 93 drops down to 87. All of a sudden, your midfield starts to look a bit like, whoa, you gave the ball away quite a lot. And he might have given them away 3 times. All of a sudden, he gives the ball away 10 times. Now, you've got 10 chances that a team can go and counter on you. And that's what Leicester were set up for. That's what they're trying to do with Patson Daka and that.
Big up, Cal, for jumping in. Pops, obviously, want to jump
in
on the conversation. So you're aware of what's going on. Zabiri said, I don't want to say word for word, but he said Curtis Jones doesn't know what to do. When he's on the edge of the box, he has no mirrors, bro. He don't know.
I got frustrated with him for that today as well. I did.
There was one moment.
Too many touches. He took too many touches. I said this during the game. Curtis is one of those players. He's so frustrating, but does something in the game that impacts the game. He's a weird player like that. The Chelsea game was the same. If you actually watch his performance against Chelsea, very frustrating, but he gets the winning goal. Like, he's one of those players. I think he's brilliant for your squad, but I don't know if he'll ever be a starter for Liverpool. But for me, he's needed for the squad. He's one of those players that's absolutely needed for the squad, for me personally. But he wouldn't be a starter for me.
Hey, Jerry, what are you saying? The man that ain't rating Curtis, bro. No mirrors.
No, don't do that, Ed. I rate Curtis. Jerry, don't let him do this, bro. I rate Curtis. I don't think he's a starter, Jerry, bro. Personally.
You know what it is?
Me personally, I think like every team, right? And I've thought about it throughout history, has had a player that just keeps it ticking. And I think in terms of our team, in terms of like when you get someone in those heights, he can dictate. I think it's proven he can dictate the tempo even better than McAllister. I don't think McAllister is that player that can dictate tempo. When we got him, I thought he was like a Javi Alonso personally. I don't think he's that. Because he's not someone that. He's someone that.
I think he's a box-to-box type midfielder. I think he's an all-action type or what. He just
I I don't
You
think
see
he
how
does.
aggressive he was today on the
Look
press
at
and
it.
the tackling.
It's actually more Gravenberch that I'm surprised about. That he's the one that's like getting it short. All of a sudden, bang, zips a pass into someone's feet, comes and gets it again. He's the one that kind of sets the tempo. I think McAllister's more there to like almost shut up like fires. He's running around. He's a terrier. He dives in. Of course, he's a good player, but I don't. When we got him, I thought we were gonna get like this. Maybe it's in my head like Xabi Alonso again. Like he's gonna just. And I don't think he's that. But I don't think. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's because he's not being asked to do that. If he was asked to do that, I think he could absolutely do it.
Maybe so. I've just been quite underwhelmed with him personally.
Oh,
yeah,
we're back.
Yeah. I have.
This season, not since we got him.
You know, Jerry.
No, since we got him, I think he done well back end of last season. I think back end of last season when he played further forward. But I think as a DM, I think he done a job. But
as a DM, he wasn't good.
But I don't think he was great. I think he done better further up the field. I think especially like the goals against United and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he's had good games. Like he again.
Jerry, the man them said stop tapping, bro, in the chat, bro.
I think that's cool.
By the way, Ryan Gravenberch, 96% passing completion as well.
Exactly.
Misplaced 2 passes.
Crazy. But you see like great examples the Real Madrid game, right? Or was that Real Madrid? No, it wasn't. Who was it? What was our worst performance of the season? Newcastle. I think it was one of Newcastle.
Bad?
Newcastle first half, right? Newcastle first half.
Yeah. When they couldn't get the ball to feet.
Look how poor McAllister was in terms of dictating and getting on the ball. He had 2 shots that come off the post and a couple good shots that were good. In terms of first phase built, I think he was so bad. And I don't think he's as good in that area as I thought he'd be that type of player. I thought he'd be our equivalent of like what Gundogan is or whatever, that he can just come and get it. And he's not that. He's a bit more, again, as you said, all action. You know what I mean? Gets about, works hard, keeps the ball really well as well in terms of like you can give it to him and he won't kind of give it away 9 times out of 10. But I don't think he's a tempo like dictator like that.
You know, Jerry, I think you're contradicting yourself on the stream because earlier you said Hollywood past strength is bypassing the midfield. McAllister is you see the way we said Nunez and the Gakpo Salah link up. Nunez don't know what to do. Bro, what is McAllister supposed to do when he runs in the pocket, expecting to get it like a quarterback?
Oh, 100%. No. 100%.
What is he supposed to do then?
100%. I'm talking about the first. I said first phase. Remember, at the beginning, I said Jones and McAllister. I said they struggled. I said when we combined with them, right, went further up the pitch and we got a goal, we should have done that on the left-hand side more. Because when Gakpo first half was cutting inside and playing crosses into the back post, it wasn't really working. I mean, he played a couple passes.
He had a few link up with
a couple crosses that were good, but they were like more dangerous crosses, but it wasn't like he's putting it into an area. And he done one that was really good with Salah, but Salah can't deal with that because he's left-footed and the ball's going to come behind him.
Jerry, he had a link up with McAllister. The defender was there. No, I said he had a couple link up with McAllister. I think he got one.
No worry, Pops. I'll tee you up for the next one in a second.
He had a few of them, man, Jerry. I feel like you're being harsh on McAllister, you know. I might be harsh on Jones, which is fair. You know,
but harsh is what? I didn't say McAllister was bad today.
No, but I'm saying you're saying like he's underwhelming and you know.
Yeah, I said he's underwhelmed me. I don't think he's been like outstanding. I think he's been good. I think he's been all right.
I think he's lost in there, man. I feel
let's go to this guy. One second, Jay. Let's go to the guy that actually has been, you know, standing up and showing what he's about. The guy that every time I mention his name, they criticize me for. Pops, tee that up to you, man. Go on. What about your boy today, man? Mo Salah today, bro. What was he saying?
More goals than Everton.
Oh, Pops. Pops, if you're waiting for the smoke, man, I'll bring the smoke, man. Your boy needs to chill out.
More goals than everything.
Taking some shots.
More goals.
Nah, your boys be taking some shots, bro. I don't know what he's aiming at, bro. Nah, your boy's taking some shots, bro. I'm sick and tired of his smiling and his loose apology as well, man. Acting like the shot was on and that. Nah, man's doing some weird shots, bro. Got 2 men in the box, bro. Men on the cutback, men on the far stick.
Yeah. He had a couple that he should have squared. I had me losing it. Don't worry. No, I agree. I had a couple that was like, pass it more. Pass it, man. Come on. But more goals than Everton. More goals than Everton.
I hear it still, man. I hear it, man. Persistent as well. Man will take 13 dead shots and then celebrate that one good one, you know. Finally, you got it. I rate it still. Persistence, bro.
But you know what?
He's persistent.
To get 13, right? That means you got to be in position 13 times to get the 13. Yeah?
I hear it still, man.
All right, then.
I'm choosing not to mention anything, and I'm hoping that you guys, take the reins on this one. I mentioned some.
It wasn't
was
his
one
best
good-
game. It wasn't his best game. It wasn't his best game.
There was one good cross at the back post, and he went with the outside of his left foot instead of like the instep on the right. And the ball went flying across the goal. I don't know where it went, to be fair, but that I've
It went
said
for a
enough.
corner. It went off for a corner. It went for a
Said
corner.
enough.
It hit the defender. Hit the defender. Went over the top. Went for a corner. Yeah. He should
If
bury the
Robertson-
one that he curls onto the crossbar as well. He should have scored. He could have had a hat trick and at least a couple assists as well. Serious. But you know what? This is the argument I've made for this man for years now. Back to year one, I said when he scored 44, if he was really how some people see him, we would be 65. And if he had done that and done what the numbers would have had, we wouldn't be talking about anybody else other than him. If he was clinical like some of the other strikers that we would have seen, but he's a forward, not a striker, but he gets judged like a striker. He's a winger,
Do you know what
wing
it is,
forward,
though?
outside forward, whatever you want to say. But if he was clinical, he would have passed Henri already.
No, but do you know what the problem is though? If he
Long
was-
time.
But Beijing, if he was clinical, you're talking Messi,
Yeah.
Ronaldo. Like, let's be honest. No, we're not
Yes,
going to see
alien.
anyone more.
Alien
And
in the
he's
alien
not,
group.
He's not alien, innit? He's not alien. Like,
No.
he's in.
Sometimes
quite.
says he's alien, though.
alien, but he's not that. Like,
He
that
is,
was-
but not it. But
yeah,
not
their
the other
level
ones.
of alien is like because he's probably maybe like 30% conversion or somewhere around that.
Yeah,
That's unreal.
bump
like
that.
Yeah.
Just 10%. Just 10%.
Yeah,
And think of the numbers he would have.
But think about it. 40. If I told you a striker's got 40% chance,
That's insane.
that's insane.
Insane.
That's it. So, but that's what I'm saying. You're talking like hard. Like you can't sustain that. So what I'm saying, even like now, what I'm seeing again, there's so many things you can criticize. Like, but it comes to a point where it's just the numbers, isn't it? It's like with Ronaldo. You can have the argument, I don't like him, and there comes a point where the numbers speak for themselves, and you can't really argue it, and you start to have just this kind of just menial debate about, who do you prefer? Is it Messi or is it Ronaldo? At the end of the
What do
day,
you like to see? What do you like to see and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Crab on stream said, get him off. Then he said, shit, you know what happened? He can score. I said, all right. Literally, 2 minutes later. Literally, I said,
I'll give this
Crab,
one
you
to
see what
you,
you doing?
Cal, this is your one, bro. My question is though, why is it so hard for us as fans, right, to criticize the performance without meaning that you don't like the player?
But this is a thing I've been battling for. What I've been doing content, 4 years, 5 years. The amount of criticism I get when I criticize a player is unreal. But I think numbers do mask a lot with people. So, like, I think some people can't sometimes see beyond the numbers. I think you can have a really bad game and still have a brace, for example. And people go, no, he got a brace. I'm like, yeah, he scored 2 goals. Doesn't mean he had a good game. A game is judged on however many minutes you're on the pitch. So if you're on the pitch for 70 minutes and you score 2 goals, but you give away most of your passes, you lose most of your duels, you don't dribble past anyone, then for me, you've not had a good game. You've had 2 very good moments that have impacted the game. I think Sky and TNT, they're to blame for it a little bit because they'll give man of the match awards to players a lot of the time who just score goals as opposed to watching the game and judging players on the game. So I think that obviously sways the audience. I think sometimes as content creators, we have our biases and we have our favorites sometimes, and we probably do that a little bit as well. So I look at Salah today and I think he had a good game, but I don't think he had a brilliant game. He hit the post, obviously he scored a goal, but he did some frustrating things. Before he scored the goal, he could have passed it to Jota and Jota could have had a tap in. Before that, he tried a couple of silly shots where I'm like, Mo, you don't need to do that. But for me, Mo's inevitable. Without him, our attack doesn't really click. So he's kind of subconsciously giving that leeway. The problem is if we had another player who was able to do that on a regular basis, maybe he doesn't get that leeway. But at the moment, he does, because
He doesn't.
that's the issue. We haven't, since Mane's gone, no one else has picked up that mantle and gone, yeah, I'm here with you, Mo. Like,
Problem is we're talking about it's so difficult to do that for any player coming in. You know, like when Salah came for Mane, Liverpool hadn't achieved anything. Mane wasn't of the level like that yet.
They raised each other's
similar level. But now you're coming in, it's like, you know, it's Salah, and we're talking about saying, look, Diaz for Port and for his country is like the Don, like for Colombia is the Don Dada, as in they talk about him like he's my missus is Colombian. It's crazy, right? You've got Gakpo, right? Like for Holland seems to go and turn up as well, and seems to like take ownership, right?
Gakpo's doing his thing this season, though. I have to put my hands up. He is.
No, he's trying this season, but I'm saying for the Netherlands, he's doing his thing. But when it comes to Liverpool, you can see even with those crosses, it's like they're just Salah's the senior man. So it's almost like Benzema when Ronaldo was there. It's just, Benzema's good, but I'm just going to give it to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You don't really trust him like that until he goes, and all of a sudden Benzema emerges as this like, okay, now I'm the guy.
Oh, what are we saying here, Jerry?
What I'm saying is, in terms of Diaz and Gakpo, we won't know how good they are in terms of being that guy until they are given the chance to be that guy. And I don't think either of them are given a consistent run of games that we're seeing with like Gravenberch, for example. So
we can't lose Mo right now.
Oh, no, I'm not saying we can't lose Mo. I'm just saying I'm not saying I don't want to lose Mo. I'm just saying you won't see the best of Diaz or Gakpo while Salah is Salah. Like, if he'd have to kind of drop off a cliff or leave, otherwise he's still going to be the guy. Everyone's going to still target him. Everyone's going to still look to him. You just said he's inevitable.
So can I ask a question? Because I know.
Can I tee this one up? Let me tee this one up first, Cal. Zabiri, this is your one. Quickly, I don't know if you want to answer it quick and leave it room for interpretation. Let everyone. If we lost Mo, is that a bad thing? If he didn't sign?
If we lose Mo, is it a bad thing? No, it can't be a bad thing, because Liverpool has been around from 1892. So you're telling me losing Mo is just dark times for 100 years? I'm a logical human being, bro. What are we doing here? Bro, we acting like Mohamed Salah founded Liverpool, man. Like Moses, free the people in Egypt, bro. Like, we need to relax, bro.
Let my people go settings. I hear it,
on
man.
His contract, sure, but he's not the end all be all, fam. Another one will emerge, bro. No one recognized Benzema as him outside of Jamaicans until Ronaldo left. What do we do, bro? Like, what are we doing? Like, bro, Salah leaves, bro. Man acting like the goals he's getting, our next man ain't gonna get that. What are you failing to realize? And it's no disrespect to Mo. Once again, I said he's persistent, right? 12 missed kick, 1 score, 13 chances. He has to be there, right? That tells me them 13 chances is gonna get spread out to some other man, right? So NUNEZ missed 6 out of 6. Well, maybe if he gets 9, he will miss 7 out of 9, score 2. Because that's what Salah's doing anyways. No. Are we gonna pretend? No, let's run the numbers.
I think if you use Jota as the example, I think I'd be on board. But no.
No, but Cal, run the numbers with me. If NUNEZ missed 6 out of 6 and Salah missed 12 out of 13, but score 1, are you telling me if NUNEZ get 2 more extra chances, he might not bear just 1 out of them? Bro, if NUNEZ is 1 for 9, we might just praise him for his GA. The same way we're praising Salah for his 2 out of 12.
Look, I'm just going to be real and openly honest with the panel. I'm on Enz's channel. I'm not saying nothing bad about NUNEZ, bro.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
I'll say it.
You had me there, but they're going to be like,
get
someone else.
Wait.
You know, Liverpool have had forwards
Why
before.
NUNEZ is in the discussion? We weren't talking about Salah before we do that. Because we always seem to conflict these things.
Praise him. Give him his praise.
This was a Salah thing. So leave NUNEZ alone for now. Just let Zabiri continue with his discussion or whatever.
Yo, all I'm saying, bro, I'm telling you.
Cal tried to distract.
Yo,
I ain't saying
I got you, Cal. Cal, I got you.
I am not saying a word about Darwin on this channel.
Now we're talking NUNEZ. We're talking Salah, Cal. I got you.
Yo, here's the numbers though. Salah take 63 shots since the start of the season. NUNEZ took 21. All I'm saying, sprinkle some of that over NUNEZ way. Think about it. Nunes
Is that
just
21 in the
he's
Prem
a-
or in total?
bro?
In the Prem.
Must be the Prem.
How
Yeah, in the Prem, bro. Yeah, just in the Prem,
And how many's Nunes got?
2.
bro. 21, bro.
2.
Man didn't ask for goals, Jerry, bro. You asked for the
Nah, you see Jerry,
He
yeah.
needs
You
man,
see
bro.
Jerry, yeah. Jerry, you're messy, you know. You're messy, bro. All I'm saying,
Blame
though, but you see
yourself,
what I'm saying?
Ain't.
It's just a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Salah
All right,
gets
so
more
to be
chances and more
right.
shots. It'll spread out, bro.
But Salah's also our top assist maker. So I hear the goals argument, but who's going to provide assist then?
16 and 11.
Well, Mac assisted 2 today, so you know what I mean.
That's just
And
today.
Gakpo
though.
assisted one
Gakpo had
as
an
well,
assist as
so
well.
Gakpo had an assist as well.
All I'm saying, Cal, I mean, all right, Nunes conversion is at probably about a 9%, and Salah conversion is at
9%.
25%. No, that's
We were
facts.
talking about Salah
no,
getting
it's
to
facts.
40.
Wait,
We
nah,
were
stop.
talking about
No,
Salah
don't
getting
do
to
that.
40%.
No, but Jerry,
Making Messi level, and we're talking about 9%. We're haggling over.
Jerry,
Let
Jerry,
the
just
Miri
work with
land
the
his
numbers.
plane, bro.
Jerry, work with the numbers.
It's crashed.
Diabolical,
No,
crashed
Jerry,
it.
by the way.
Yo,
crashed it.
listen.
The run rate
You
clear,
man are
Sabir. Go
talking
ahead,
about
bro.
from 25 to 40 is a 15% increase. 15% on Nunes 9 puts him at about 29-ish up there. All
What?
I'm saying is that's higher than
15
mine.
and 9 is not 29. We ain't doing this.
The rest
Numbers
is
is
right.
my thing. No. We ain't doing this. I'm not on a stream where we doing numbers and you can tell me 15 and 9 is 29. Nah, Zubiri.
Yeah, nah, all I'm saying though,
full of fast
it'll
one.
get
You
his
see
numbers
that now?
up
You
there.
see that? That discredits
full of
everything you
fast
just said.
Yeah,
15 and 9 is 29.
It'll get him up there, man. Yo, I'm just trying to help the guy out, man. Listen, because we're gonna need that hope. You know what I mean? 9% as a striker is horrible, bro.
Zabiri,
The only
there's
thing I
only
can
one
use
way.
to defend him, is one man is getting force fed.
Zabiri,
You know
there's
that
only
one
one way
fat
we
puppy?
help ourselves.
Nah, you know that one
way we
fat
help
puppy that's always on the mother's milk and that. You got the little skinny puppy. You're like, yo, let my man get in there. That's Nunes, fam. He ain't
Zabiri,
getting
there's
right
only
there.
one way you
That's
help
because
him.
Nunes keeps spitting the milk out, bro.
Yeah, at this point,
Sorry,
Nunes, like,
sorry.
lit
Bro,
up.
you know his rating today, yeah? I know we obviously everyone else watched the game and they're gonna give different ratings, but you know they gave him a 7 today.
Who, Nunes?
Yeah,
Who?
bro.
Yeah, for
What-
occupying the defenders.
what-
We man-
So
What
what,
does
did they
that
give
mean,
more?
Zabiri?
What did they
does that
give more?
mean,
What did they give more?
occupying defenders.
I'm all
Standing
going
next to
8.5.
Nunes got a 7 today.
Yeah.
occupying the defenders.
Were
fam.
you doing the play ratings? Are you behind? Is
Before
that
the work.
Christian ends that run that account?
No.
That must be.
What did,
No,
so what
I'm
did Gakpo
looking,
get? What did Gakpo get?
8.9. I'm looking. Why? Well, how did he get a 7?
Ends.
Got a 7.
Ends.
Yeah, oh god.
Yeah, Lannon actually got a good point there, man. You know, you're talking about Darwin increasing his percentage. You know, if he converted a bit more of his goals, you know, Salah's assists would be through the roof couple of last seasons.
All right, but here what I'm gonna do, Jerry. I'm gonna stick to this year. You know why I'm gonna stick to this year? Because we can do that for many players. We can, you know what I mean? We can go back to different years to beat down different players. Let's stick to this year. He's not been good. That's fair. Today's game, he wasn't great, but he wasn't like he was out there and the man were creating chances for him. He was just out there in the sea, bro, just waiting for something to
Yeah,
happen.
but that's
for him.
even worse though, because you know the argument for Nunes was that he's chaos, is that he's going to create the chances are coming. So when he's not even getting chances now, why are you on the pitch? I remember there was one chance that came to him. He was back to goal. There wasn't even a chance. They just passed the ball. His touch was so bad he couldn't get out of his feet, and it meant that he couldn't flick it in.
But there was other ones when he trapped it and played it out wide. So
trapped it and played. I promise you, put me on the pitch. I'm trapping it and setting out wide.
okay, but under the pressure of
There was no pressure there because the point is that now when the team's deeper, he's got to do it on the last man, and he can't do it in those tight areas. He creates chaos when there's space in behind.
With him on the pitch today, did we or not win the game?
Yeah, but we could have had 10 men in one.
No, I'm just saying he was on the pitch and we won the game, right?
Jerry, lock your doors, bruv. Lock your doors.
Big up to Red
I'm going to
Chili,
keep him
man.
open with the stopper. I'm ready with a shotgun.
Big up to Red Chili for the super chat. I'm supposed to be celebrating the win, but we end up conflicting this and that. Just chill with the win. We're trying to chill, but we're finding different reasons to chill as well.
Yeah, now we kind of enjoy the game a little bit different best believe everyone is over the moon with the win. But now that that's settled, and you know what I'm saying, we kind of just start nitpicking and just joking. You see everyone's laughing, man.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone got any real gripe about any specific players. It's just banter, man. It's in-house stuff. Now, if you clip this up and go take it to some ups, bro, might have to come see you still. But back to Nunes. You see where Jones scored his goal from? That's where the striker's supposed to be, fam.
Yeah.
That near post.
See what I'm trying to say?
No, not specifically that one, because if you look at the movement, he's part of the movement that gets the defenders moving as well. So not necessarily, but you would like to see him on the end of someone.
for occupying the defense. I hear it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't necessarily agree exactly with that finish.
No, you said the movement.
Yes,
but you guys.
You credit him. Jota got credit for movement early in the season when he wasn't doing anything else. He was starting. Jota was the starting 9. And his movements was creating spaces that Salah was scoring in and other men were scoring through. And it was said universally on, probably by all of us on our channels or different things, Jota's movement was elite here. Look, he pulled this way. 2 men went that way against United. I think it was somebody came in and scored. He did it. Again against somebody else. So you look at that and you say, well, you credit a man for the movement and the awareness of the team.
And said Nunes was world class off the ball, you know, with his movement. He was like,
no, you didn't.
He said, and I quote, "There's something about the way his movement.
I'm not entering that realm with ends. I'm not
entering
that realm.
But let's not take it out. Let's not take it out of context. I said it. Was it months? Probably even last season. It
was a year and a half ago, still. But you said it though. His movement.
It was more around. I see the thing when he makes the run and players then fill those gaps. In terms of if he pulls the defender and pulls out wide, someone makes that run and we can find those little pockets and then maybe there's a cutback. So sometimes the runs go unnoticed. Sometimes it's like when Henderson used to do it for us, no one needs to give him credit for it. When he just made the run, we just that's a useless run.
But the problem is though, you see when Jota's making a movement, or you see like when Benzema makes a run or Suarez would make it. The problem is when they're making it, it's dangerous because if they get it, it's curtains. It's like when Salah makes the movement, it's dangerous because if he gets it, it's probably going to be a goal. Yeah, right?
But those ones are different though.
It was working up. It was working early on because you don't know what's going to happen, right? All of a sudden, what starts to happen is defenders start to know what it is. So they're like, all right, let him make a movement. We'll deal with it when it gets there because the touch will give us time to get across there. I'm gonna be honest. I went and saw Palace versus Liverpool last season, right? And I sat there and I was right in front. I was like first row, right in front, Virgil and Nunez doing a passing warm-up. And I was there with G. The way I saw the player pass, I've never seen that in my life. And that's me playing football. It came off his shin. Virgil did this. Virgil did this. He went and looked around like you couldn't believe what was going on. From that
Virgil
moment,
was like, I hope no one saw that.
Bear in mind, I'm someone that wanted Nunez to come, right? From that moment, I realized, yes, it's never going to be that. It's never going to be that because the fundamentals aren't there. And that's the problem. So you see, like today, where
he's gripping that football hard,
Jerry, are you saying Nunes is a plant, bro? How did he get to this level,
bro? God knows. The speed. Like one thing I'll give him, he's got world-class speed, world-class. Like athleticism from that point of view. If you can hone that, of course. Problem is you're never going to hone it.
Jay, would you say okay? Like I don't want to make the stream about Nunes. Obviously, it's about the Liverpool win, but I'll ask this one question, and I think we'll move on from there. And I want you guys to be honest with it. I don't want us to do the narratives agenda, and I know you guys won't, to be fair, but I'm just throwing it out there. Before he came to us, he was bagging goals, and he had different types of finishes. Did he let us down, or did we let him down by either misprofiling him or not using him in the correct way? And I'll give you an example. In the first season we got him in, loads of crosses was in the box. He was more central. He scored headers. He was in and around the box. We weren't asking for this dropping deep, false 9, tracking back, pulling left, pulling right. He was staying in between the sticks. As the season went on, we shifted it, changed it. That's when the team decided they didn't want to track back. Trent was doing his old, like, let me just chill out. But no one wanted to do nothing. Milner was slapping up Virgil. There was plenty of stuff that was going on. So the question is, did we mismanage him or did he let us down? And I want to be honest with this. I want everyone to answer.
No. And I'm gonna be honest. That's I don't want to insult you, man, but you know what? Some questions are stupid, bro. Because we had Origi and never played to Origi's strength. Then we went and got Nunes, all he had is potential, and then tried to play the way we should have played for Origi. Origi on the ball way better than this guy, bro.
I agree.
If the things we try to do for Nunez in his first season, if we'd have tried to do that for Origi, bro, Origi would have been out of here, fam. Bro, we had Origi forcing him left wing. We bring this guy in trying to play for an out and out 9, bro. We never used the 9. Origi was there. We never used the 9, fam.
Origi could have been our Isak, to be fair. If you know what I mean.
Nah, but bro, nah, man. When
Nunez
came in, bro, I was pissed off because we're playing to his strengths and we had Origi. Origi was him, fam. But Nunez, bro. Anyway, continue, man. No, I'm pissed off, man.
To answer your question, Ends, I think it's a bit of both, but more Nunez's side. I think Klopp went through this phase where, because he saw our team as one of the best 3 teams in the world, that any player that played well against us, he looked at and went, if they're playing well against us, they must be so good because we are such a good team. He did the same with Minamino. I don't think Klopp really watched a lot of football outside of Liverpool. So when he sees a team or a player that plays well against Liverpool, he automatically goes, if they're playing well against us, if we incorporate them in our team, they'll go to another level. Nunez had one good season in his whole career where he was a goal scorer. That for me is not enough of a sample size to say he's a good goal scorer. Plus, when you actually look at some of his goals, some of his finishes were cold, but others you look at and go, a better goalkeeper saves that very easily. So it's very easy to look at someone's stats and go, they're a sick goal scorer. People have done that with Gyökeres. I urge people to go and look at some of Gyökeres' goals and you'll see this guy's not this all-worldly clinical goal scorer that people think he is. Because some of the goals he's scoring, you look at it and you go, the Brentford keeper saves that, let alone some of the other goalkeepers in this league. So I think we misprofiled him and thought he was better than he was, but he's had enough chances to show he's better than what he's showing. And that's my issue. Everyone speaks about style of play, system, philosophy. At the end of the day, if you're missing shots, if you're missing one-on-ones, you're missing gilt-edged chances, no matter what system you're in as a striker, you've got to put the ball in the back of the net. And I think that's where he's let the team down. And I think that's why we've got to move him on, because
I agree.
The longer he stays, the worse it's going to get, in my opinion.
Do you know my takeaway from that, Cal? He said Klopp did watch football outside the league. Bro.
Yo, mine said club football analogies. Hey,
look, you guys, Zabiri, we had so many debates. You know how much I love Klopp.
Nah, Cal. You know what, man? I appreciate you coming over here. I hope Sturton, man, ain't waiting for you to come back to confess, bro. But I'm telling you, Cal, I appreciate the freedom you're speaking with now. But when I was saying that, bro, you was acting like, man, I had gun to your head, fam. You was giving me blinking signals like, what? Zabiri said it.
He said he started touching letters on his shirt.
Cal, I've been saying that for years, and he was like, nah, Zabiri, man, Klopp is...
Nunez is you got to trust him. Just
you gotta
I
appreciate the honesty.
It has to be. It has to be. We like when Klopp got full power transfers, it became a madness. It became a madness.
Yeah, that's why when you trust the landscape to do your roof. You know what I'm trying to say? You have to stay in the pocket, man.
Do you know what it is for me, right?
Isak with Nunez, right there.
Yeah, with Nunez, right? I think to be a forward for like the top teams, right? You can't just be like a forward that's just fast and just got goals a couple of seasons, right? There has to be more facets to your game because the game's going to change. So you need to be able to, your touch has got to be good. When you look at the top strikers that have played, even just like the decent strikers that have played for the top teams, the fundamentals are really good. So like they might even be really, really poor, might have a great season. They might not be available. But the fundamentals, like even Jota's not the best forward we've ever had, right? But the fundamentals are good. You know, like the goal we scored the other day, was it Newcastle? No, it wasn't Newcastle.
No, Fulham, I think. No,
Southampton.
Fulham. Yes.
Fulham. Yeah, the little
when he turned, right?
Goalkeeper.
That right there is because the fundamentals are good. The touch comes in. The pass isn't like the best pass from Nunez. It's a good pass, but it's not like weighted perfectly like some Zidane or Gerrard pass. His pass is played into him. he touches it, but then he already has got the awareness to beat his man and then slot in the other corner. And that's just like Jota. And I don't think he even gets into the top, 5 strikers of all time for Liverpool, maybe top 10. Definitely not top 5. So he's just this run-of-the-mill forward. And I think Nunez hasn't got the basics. And the problem is he's someone that he probably do really well, like, you know, for Leicester today. Like when there's space in behind and he can run in behind and use his pace, he'd be so effective. And when you look at the goals he had for Benfica, majority of them were crosses or there was space in behind. It wasn't got the ball back to goal, drop the shoulder, swivel and do what even Ayew did today. I've never seen him do that. And that's Ayew. Like
but Jays, not every striker is going to be in that same ilk or same mold, innit? Some players are going to be different. But you've done enough to dance around the question. Can you answer it though?
No, I didn't dance around it.
No, you danced around. You ain't answered the question.
Gary, blink twice, bro. Blink twice.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
Big up, Callum, bro. Appreciate you jumping in, bro.
Right, blessings, brothers.
Big up, Cal, man.
Always
Appreciate
a
it, man.
brothers.
Big up, bro. Yeah, you can answer the question. Man.
Good luck, Jerry. Yeah. Good luck, Jerry, bro.
Appreciate it. No, my question is, this is fault. This is fault. You can blame it. You can blame it on profiling, right? But but that's any player. Then you can just blame like they've brought in the wrong player, and that can happen. But ultimately, when the player's been given the chance to perform now, right, and it's not like he's not playing games. He's had a consistent run of games. Hence why you're off the bandwagon now. You're saying we need to look for someone else. It's because he's had games.
Had to run the games now.
Where it's like, you know what it is now. You just know what it is. All right, he's not going to give you this. He's just not that guy, unfortunately. And the problem he's got is when, like you're saying, not every forward is like that. There's loads of forwards. You had Aubameyang to Giroud to this. Giroud didn't bang a lot of goals for Arsenal, right? But fundamentally, he was good. You knew, like, you give him the ball in any situation, he's holding it. He's holding it. You go and look at any forward that any forward that's even been
Jerry, you know, it's mad real quick. You talk about fundamentals, and if you look at a guy like Watkins, prolific in strengths of like what Watkins bring, he's just fundamentally good, bro. Like he has certain fundamentals as a striker that you're like, you know what, man, he's not no world beater, but he does the small things well. As soon as you said that, Watkins came into my mind because I'm
just mad.
He got the fundamentals.
It's even like Liverpool, right? Ricky Lambert, right? Ricky Lambert, shocking for Liverpool. Didn't have a good career. But I guarantee you, when they played with him, they do zip the ball into him. The touch isn't going to be bad, though. He's going to control it and he's going to play a good pass. Like that should be a basic, I think, for the teams at that level, right? You're not talking about non-league, League One, league. That level is the fundamentals are just good. Are good across the board.
Giroud was a fundamentals man as well, you know. Bad boy Giroud, you know.
But that's my point. We shouldn't be having a discussion talking about a striker's touch. Like a striker's touch. Why is Virgil van Dijk better on the board? Why is Gomez better fundamentally than Nunes?
All right, you know what? Move on, man. Yeah, no.
I want to hear Pops' take, and then we'll move on, and then we'll wrap the show up. What's your take, Pops? Did we let him down? Did he let us down? We misprofile him, mismanage him.
I mean, two things can be true. And if you look at it, being good against us in terms of a striker profile isn't necessarily the best thing for us because we don't play against us. So being good against us, as in having the space to run in behind, high line, pace, power, that sort of thing, you say, yeah, good, that works well against us. We play us twice a season when we play Spurs. Outside that, who else is giving us a high line and the same pressure? Nobody else really. It's low block, mid block, that sort of thing. So maybe it was he looks good against us, but he doesn't necessarily fit what we are going to need when we play other teams. The other thing then obviously is when you get bought, then part of it has to be your responsibility to say, well, all right, I here to improve. Yeah. Now, forgetting what happened in the past and looking just now, because to me, this is what we did. Mr. Lott came in and he said, yeah, this is my man here. And I had Chiesa. So I got 6, I got 4. Sorry, I got 6 up front. I got 6 in the middle. I got 8 at the back. And I got my keepers. Everybody got a spot. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. And everybody can run it. And he said, and I heard other people saying, well, he's a good coach. So he's going to come in and he'll improve players. That was, for me, that was the cloud that hung over him this season. I said, yeah, put Nunes there then. That's your spot. You are the player specifically that Mr. Lott has to improve on. And it looked like for a period of time, he said, you know what, I'm going to put you in the back room. Let's work on some things. and then I'm going to bring you up because he didn't play him initially, which nobody I think picked him anyway. If we picked our starting lineup, Jota was our 9, Nunez was the second number 9.
Yeah.
Jota gets injured, and whether you're pro Nunez or not, because I can't believe you're anti, but even though it happens, but once you sign for us, you're with us. So you try to support him, man. But every time you watch it, I'm watching him and I'm confused. I'm still looking at it and saying, all right, what are we trying to do for his betterment? Because you can see things happening and saying, all right, Salah's going to score here. Gakpo's going to cut in and score here. Curtis Jones is going to come and score this. Matt's going to score that. Whoever, you're seeing where others are going to score. And then you see him and you say, all right, what are we doing for him, though? Yeah, he's doing a lot of running and chasing back and tackling. And he doing a lot of leg work in other spots. But up front, when you see it, you're saying, all right, I can't figure out what we're trying to do for him. And then he does some things for himself where you say to yourself, shit, so, you know, rather than talk about what's going to happen, we can spend 15 minutes talking about this thing that you just did. Whether it's a miscontrol, whether it's a run offside. Because today he did one. He made a good run. And then he bent to the left. And I said, Jesus, God, you got to go to the right. You can't bend left. The man was directly behind you. No. These are the things that you look at, Zubiri, seriously. He made the run and left his defender. But his defender was directly behind him. Which means at a minimum, you have to run in a straight line across the back to stay on side. He bent left, which was towards goal. The instant the pass comes through, you offside. And I looked at it and I said to myself, this is what you hurt people's head, you know, my man. Because people trying to support and back you.
3 chances
and then you
offside
do this.
Could have been 3 opportunities he scored or did something, you know. And I feel like when you said you don't know what we're doing for him, all of the times he's offside, bro, he's in some dangerous position. If he held that, bro, he's in.
But
every time he's offside, he's damn near in, you know.
But 9 times out of 10, they ain't even trying to pass to him, to be fair. That pass wasn't even for him. He just intercepted it. They didn't even want to give it to him.
He happened to be there. That wasn't his. I agree with you, Ainsley. It wasn't,
they should have played
his. He was just running.
Trying to give it to Mo. He said, nah.
Yeah, he needs to be honest, on his runs. So.
Salah looks for him a lot. And the two of them actually had a thing. And it's gone now. It isn't where last season, for sure, at the beginning of the season, you could see them. They assisted one another. And now it's just gone. Although you still see more looking for him, but everybody defaults to more. Sabozlai does it. Everybody on the dead run looks to their right. And I said to myself, sometimes take the responsibility on yourself, man. Forget
even the goal that
King is on your right.
For Gakpo.
It's opened up.
He's offside on that, bro.
Hit it.
Cost us a goal there.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think that's you know.
What I'm trying to say though, if he wasn't on offside, the ball would have been more in front of him for him to finish.
But technically, apart from it's a fine margin because he's just behind the ball in.
Yeah, that's
why. But he's onside.
He's just leaning this way, and that's why he's
and the ball was on the Mo controlled it on his left side. If he let it roll across to his right and plays that across, that's he's onside. But Mo's touch cuts himself back, which means when Darwin makes his run to the near post for the cross, he's eventually going to lean.
Improve his run, man.
Ends. I've got a head off, but before I head off, right? Shout out to Trudon. Darwin is 27 next season, bro. Or next year.
But he's not 27 now, bro. Not going to add age onto the man.
That's mad. That's mad to me. Anyway, shout out, obviously, Ends. Appreciate, obviously, you on. Guys, make sure we're smashing a like. Zubiri, big up to yourself. Make sure you're subscribing to Beijing Reds TV as well.
Everyone's link is in there, man. Even throwing yours. So whenever you decide to join back on YouTube, bro, it's there, innit? I've tagged you in the video, bro. That's how bad it is.
Why you got a footballer? Why you throwing that football around?
The way he thinks it's him, he got it for Christmas. He's now that guy, innit? He's like the American jock, like walk around campus with the American football. I see you know.
Jerry, you gotta get him a jacket, then. You gotta get him a jacket.
Do you know his magic?
Yeah, I threw a jacket with Ends with a big E.
You know on the wall, yeah, you got like with my wall, I can throw the light switch on to one of the pressing ones, and you can turn it up and down. Bro, I threw it at it just to see if I could turn the light on. Hit it still. I was gassed.
You see now, Ends is gonna go in thinking, maybe I should get into American football. Maybe I can be Patrick Mahomes. You know that?
Nah, man, I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan, man. Don't worry about that. But big up, Jay, man.
Big up, man. Big up.
We'll wrap it up here, guys, man. 7 points clear at the top of the table. Life is good, man. Top of the Champions League semi-finals in the Carabao Cup, aka League Cup, and we're in, you know, I mean, we've got Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup third round draw. Nothing really to grumble about, really, man. And we're gonna hopefully no more injuries, and we're getting Ibu and Bradley back, get the squad up to full strength. That's a beautiful thing, bro. Beautiful thing. How you man feeling, bro? Because we're halfway now. We're halfway, bro. We're literally, what is it, one game off of being halfway, let's say?
I'm a bit nervous, bro. And you man know the minute I say it, you're gonna be like, true. You just talk about getting 2 men back. Pops just talk about having 2 men for every position. The window open next week. Man is gonna tell me we need more than 2 per position. Let that sink in. That's why I'm nervous. Yeah.
If we're going for all the cups, those are beer, bro. It might, you know, we need 3. I think we need 2, and I think the 2 we're gonna need is definitely another centre midfielder, possibly someone that's gonna do Gravenberch's job to rotate with him if we're not gonna trust Wataru. And I felt Wataru came on today, bro, and he was on smoke, bro, when he came on. Run down a couple of men, bro, quick. I said, bro, that's the press.
About Wataru still.
Nah, that kind of press, bro. No midfielder can live with that, bro. That kind of press ain't normal, bro.
I see McAllister the dark arts as well, bro. I see McAllister run down and chop down IU.
I still like, to this day, I don't know how McAllister did. How was McAllister didn't get a yellow card today? I don't know, bro. And Sobo come on and brush up against someone and got a yellow card.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's one of them ones, but
actually, that's smart,
good, bro. I think the fans are the ones that's gonna make me nervous because of the talks that's about to fly in with contracts and signing players.
Zubimendi?
I'm not saying the team is perfect. Don't get me wrong. There's always room for improvement. There's always some pieces in there we can improve. But if you're sitting at the top of every competition going into this window, and you're gonna tell me about, oh, but Chiesa ain't contributing. We clearly don't need Chiesa. No disrespect to him. We clearly don't need him, right? Ibu is out. Joey's holding it down. Bradley's out. Trent's holding it down. And we don't really rotate them that often. We rotate them in certain moments just to save minutes in that. But, bro, if them men are coming back mid-January, who are we really signing? We're signing a midfielder? Bro, Elliott just got back, you know. I'm not saying Elliott is him, but Elliott literally just got back. So when men tell me about, yo, we need this guy, Trey is on the bench as well, bro. In the hyperbolic chamber trying to get his muscle up in that, bro. Like, I'm not saying the team is perfect. I just don't think we need to bring a man in, because what we don't want to do is bring a man in January, start running him in March, and all of a sudden he's the cog that's not really letting the gears turn properly. Because he's going to need minutes to figure out what's really going on. No man is going to come in January, bro. Not every player is like that to come in and hit the ground running, you know. Think about what I'm saying, bro. We're challenging on all fronts. The last guy to do that was Diaz. And that's why I rate Diaz, because when he came in, when Salah went on that little drought, bro, and Mane was in the middle, Diaz was cooking for us. He helped us push down on that quad chasing season. I don't think we're going to get that lucky with another guy coming in January that's going to just hit the ground running and help us get over the line. I think we're better off trusting what we got and shake it up at the end of the season.
What are you thinking, Pops?
Opportunity knocks, man. That's what you got to look at, because we missed a lot wanting one man at the beginning of the season, as far as we understood, which was Zubimendi. We didn't get him. In my mind, that means he probably still wants that man, whether it's the man himself or that profile of player. Because as much as we got 6 in the middle, the 6 profiles don't match up equally. So when you pull Gravenberch out, you don't necessarily have an automatic Gravenberch replacement, because you start Graver and Maka and Szoboszlai as your first. You got CJ next, you got Endo, and you got Harvey. So Harvey, I guess, might be the 10 for Szoboszlai if you're matching them up. And then you say Mac 10 and CJ match up one another. Endo doesn't match Gravenberch. And that's the one spot where you're saying, can I afford to lose Gravenberch, whether it's through suspension, a little niggle, illness, whatever the case may be? do I then have to rotate everybody else one spot over to fix?
But
what does
Pops, the
Endo
guy that you're
mean to
talking
be
about, like
here?
Gravenberch, is he gonna be a bench player, or we're gonna have him and Gravenberch start? Because I feel like that is gonna be the tricky.
I honestly don't know. That's why I don't know, right? Because Zubimendi as the purchase. Let's say we go back to the beginning again and say Zubimendi landed in August or whatever, and we got the beginning of the season. I don't know what that means to the current midfield. Is that Zubimendi and Gravenberch? Is that Zubimendi instead of Gravenberch? I don't know what that meant. Is it, I know you've just got someone who can rotate through each position? Because I've seen Szoboszlai in the six. Szoboszlai's been the deepest midfield at points in time. So when they play, you can see them rotate through. But just from a profile perspective, I'm just looking at it saying superficially, Endo is not Gravenberch. And you can see you can't give Endo, well, sorry, Mr. Locke hasn't given Endo the minutes that you would say, well, yeah, he's given him the Gravenberch match off, put Endo in and play him. Now, you got the cups, the League Cup, the FA Cup, all of Europe to go through still, and the league. Trey and Tyler Morton are good young players. You want to put winning everything on them too? So to me, I think it's just about opportunity. I don't know that we're going to get a player. The other person then is
have an outgoing. Then
Kwanzaa.
I feel like we'd have to sell one. To sell one.
But the two questions are Enzo, to me, Endo and Kwanzaa. So the Gamshil Gorgon and Kwanzaa, are they at the level where the new man, Mr. Locke, trusts them enough to come? And is there an opportunity to get one each for them in January?
No, but I think I don't want to say this is what you're doing, but from where I'm standing, it seems like that's what you're doing as far as going forward. Because, bro, we're at the top of the table, and they have come in some moments, and clearly there's moments. Even Newcastle, I think I said to Enz and a few of the man them, going 3-2 up in that moment, we should have brought on Hendo. It would not. There's no guarantee it would have saved the game. But at least Endo's a closer, bro. You bring Endo on and you got the lead. I can't see you losing that lead. So I feel like he might be learning that now. And that's why you see Endo come on as well. Like, there's certain games, if we're winning, bro, put him on. Save some legs. Because he's not going to let you lose the game, bro. You see what I'm trying to say? So the next
I don't have an issue with Endo, you know. I actually like Endo a lot.
But I feel like the team he currently have, whether he liked it in the beginning or not, the position the team currently have him in, I think he'll be immature to shake that up mid-season.
Do you know the other thing? A big up to Red Chili as well. Yes, I get it. We're cool in terms of the first comment. Big up, bro. Love for the super chat. The other problem we have as well, Zabir, is whether or not he wants to put a stamp on the team as well. So in terms of his own signing, I know Chiesa has come in, but he hasn't really been able to use it. I don't know if
Chiesa was his signing, though. I think Chiesa was one of them FSG bargain deals. No disrespect to FSG,
and then
there was a bargain deal there.
Yeah. I felt like we would have signed.
I agree with that too.
I think we would have signed Dash really.
Roll the dice on that one.
I think we would have signed a goalkeeper as well, regardless if Slot didn't come in. I think he was just there. Kelleher with the option of I'm going, staying, what's going on with me. And they're like, "Rah, this young goalkeeper out there is, pulling up trees. Let me go and secure that."
Yeah, both bargain deals. I don't think there was Slot signing. Slot haven't got a signing.
So the one that he wanted definitely was Zubimendi. Whether or not he goes back in and he's the one that helps to secure the bag, because what it does, if you go and get a player like maybe a Zubimendi, I don't know what if it is. It frees up McAllister. We can probably use him further forward. And McAllister playing a bit further forward is a problem for everyone, bro. Because that's when, that's where he's gonna get. Because you can see it today, bro. Getting in, making those runs inside the box, and especially in the last game as well. He can score and assist on a regular basis. So he frees that up for you. Then you have another ball operator on the ball that can break lines, can be defensively aware, then tick it if you need to. And then that we're good, bro. You can free up even Gravenberch as well. You're like, yo, Gravenberch, want to run you as the more box to box today, like we did against Man United. When we ran it with that and Gravenberch was box to box, he was causing Man United problems all game. So, but you need a player like maybe a Zubimendi, maybe like a Wataru. Someone's gonna sit in there and make sure they're dictating or mopping up the little pieces. And we don't have an extra one because you're right. He should have been using Wataru a bit more in terms of closing games, but he hasn't been. So that kind of gives you the telltale sign he doesn't. It might not just be he doesn't rate him as a player, just be okay, bro, maybe I need someone else, or someone else can come in and do that job for me. I don't know, but he needs a signing, and I don't know if that's going to be in January where he goes, this is where I put my stamp on the team.
I mean, I hear it. I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's not like I don't like taking risk. There's certain risk, bro. You have to just let it play out. Like, you really have to let it play out. This team that you've inherited and made no authority or authoritative stamp on it is sitting top of the table, and you're in all competition. If you're gonna tell me like, yo, we need one more to secure it, and it's the Zubamendi guy, I don't know this guy. I haven't followed him, none of that, bro. And it's the Zubamendi guy, bro. You now put me in a weird position because now we don't need Elliot. Now we don't need Elliot, and I'm not trying to save Elliot, but now we don't need Elliot.
That's always the issue though, Zabir. When new managers come in and buy players, you look at the ones that's making strides. But the problem with Elliot, he was out for 3 months. So in the moments in preseason, that Arsenal game, I always go back to it, bro. He looked so good in that game.
He wasn't, but that's what I'm saying. Signing a man when Elliot just got back, that's a telltale sign as well.
Because he hasn't had him though, so it's the same. He hasn't really had.
But you see what I'm trying to say? But he just got back, and so I'm not trying to use the player coming back from injury is like a new signing, but it is though, because we see what Elliot has to offer in his system in preseason, and he must be thinking, "Yo, I could have used the Elliot up there versus the Szoboszlai or whatever the case may be." So Elliot coming back, and then him going, "Yeah, I see you back in that, bro. I'm gonna go get this guy." It's a telltale sign, bro. That's like Jota coming back in man signing on number 9.
I think we need to do that anyway eventually, bro. But we'll see what happens. Big up to Honesty, man. Been a member for 7 months. The way I look at it is that we will need to sign players, but we will look more at the youth system. In my opinion, Trey, Doak, Rio, Trent Doherty will be part of the first team soon. Even Kumas as well. He's another one as well. We need to keep an eye on because he's doing well for Stoke. He's doing well. He's doing well over there. So yeah, I think Doak has been doing well. Scored today again. I think he's been really dangerous. Trey looks comfortable as hell, man, but he's still got a lot of development to do. And then we don't know yet. Real exciting young talent, but we still got time. And then the other Trent Doherty, he can play wing up front. He can play as an attacking midfielder as well. Like, we've got some top players in the academy, and I think that's where we're going as well, because they're trying to sign even more of those type of players. That's why Chelsea ban us from going to their games, because we keep stealing players. And then there's a few more talents we're looking at as well that we're trying to get in. There's another one for Arsenal as well. I think he's 15, 16. He didn't sign his first pro contract, and Liverpool have been in his ears trying to get him out of Arsenal as well. So we're building that. We're building the youth system, man. But listen, halfway there, I'm sure we're going to have a lot more conversations. We might have some ups and downs as the season go on. I just want to win this title, man. Mo said he wants to win it.
A striker for me in January is the move. I know you, man. Yo, I'm telling you, a striker in January is the move, bro.
Listen, Pops, big up to you. Zubiri, love for the love as always. Jerry, big up to you. Cal from Coppish jumped in as well. Love for the love, the man. Then big up to the guys in the chat. Big up to Honesty for the super chat and Red Chili. Guys, hey, we're back again. When? Wednesday? Not Wednesday. What am I talking about? 3 days from now. What's that? Sunday? We're back again, bro. Sunday, we got West Ham. No Szoboszlai because he's going to be banned for that game. Should be interesting.
Smart,
man.
though. He's back for United, though.
Back for United. And he gets that rest. Everyone's always complaining, the man.
There you go.
But he gets a week rest, bro. He gets a nice little week's rest. Pops, you got anything you guys on your end you want to shout out before we head out?
Actually, we might be doing a reaction. I got to check with Barnes. If not tonight, tomorrow, and then we can watch along as usual. And Sunday night stream with Sarcasm City Beijing edition.
Oh,
yeah, man. Yeah,
you guys doing a call in tomorrow?
Friday, innit? Friday night, like
it's the third Friday.
Oh,
Third Friday, yeah.
you
It's
do
every
that,
third,
okay.
yeah. Not every Friday, yeah. So you would
Wait,
have
who
done
did
it
it every last
last week.
Friday? Is that Gakpo doing it on the last
We
Friday?
used to do it. We used to do it on Fridays, but then it just was too long every Friday. So we said we can do it every third Friday instead.
Oh, okay.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. To make it easier for you guys to go and subscribe to the Mandem,
man.
Barry's link is there. Jerry's link is there, even though he hasn't done a show in years, bro. Patience is there, and obviously Cal Coppish is there as well. It's easy, man. It comes up in blue, so you didn't ever have to do much. You don't have to go to the bio and go in and scroll down. No, just stare on your screen. Yeah, man. 7 points clear. I'm happy, bro. Let's see, man. Big up. Peace.